Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan, nama saya Sandria Mayesa Danu dengan NIM 3720152 dari kelas Manajemen Bisnis Syariah 3E. Baiklah, di sini saya akan membacakan teks bahasa Inggris tentang Indonesia Economic Prospect June 2021, boosting the recovery. COVID-19 led to one of the most severe global recession in living memory. Indonesia economic recovery until the first quarter of 2021 has been relatively gradual, although leading indicators suggest a stronger rebound during the second quarter. The pandemic risk still loom larger, with cases increasing significantly in June. Indonesia remained vulnerable to new waves driven by more sick transmissible strains as experienced by other countries, as well as potentially higher mobility and viral transmission during festivities. Despite an earlier and stronger start than regional peers, the free vaccine rollout has started the lag when compared with some of the large G20 peers. Despite a strong crisis response, monetary policy had to strike a difficult balance between managing external financing pressures and stimulating the recovery. Monetary financing of the deficit supported the fiscal response under the exceptional circumstances. Bank Indonesia also loosened monetary policy, although the real policy rate is high relative to peers and considering the low inflation and larger negative output. Private credit growth has fallen despite healthy bank balance sheet and moderate corporate vulnerability due to a combination of credit demand and supply constraints, including weak effectiveness of monetary policy transmission, a low take-up of risk-sharing mechanisms such as guarantee, and historically low reliance on banking credit among MSMEs. The fiscal response to COVID-19 has been strong, but spending adjustments have been made in 2021, potentially due to revenue and financing constraints. Despite relatively low public debt, fiscal space is limited by a combination of narrow revenue base and shallow debt market, which have led to high monetary financing of the fiscal deficit compared to peers. However, uncertainty remains very high and downside risks entitled to the downside. To boost Indonesia recovery and improve medium-term economic prospect, the report recommends to accelerate to vaccine rollout and improve testing, tracing, isolation, and other non-pharmaceutical interventions such as adequate mobility restriction to get ahead in the trace against infection, maintain accommodative monetary policy stance, and stimulate private credit to support the real sector. Maintains fiscal support in the short term while ensuring medium-term fiscal sustainability. Short-term fiscal is critical to mitigate risk of rising poverty and support demand. A credible medium-term fiscal strategy, including clear plans to raise more tax revenues, could improve fiscal space and investor sentiments. This edition of the report also discusses how Indonesia can boost higher productivity, middle class jobs, and women economic participation. Their report recommends accelerate productivity growth across the board by promoting competition, trend, and investment, equip the workforce with the skill needed for higher productivity jobs by improving learning and workforce development system, bring more women into the labor force, and reduce earning jobs between men and women, including by developing child and elderly care service, mitigate jobs losses during the crisis by maintaining educate jobs retention program until the recovery is stronger, as well as social assistance, training, and reskilling programs for affected workers. Jadi kesimpulannya, karena adanya COVID-19 ini menyebabkan banyak masalah, salah satunya dalam sektor ekonomi. Karena adanya COVID-19 ini, banyak aktivitas perekonomian yang terganggu. Meskipun mendapatkan respon yang kuat, namun kebijakan moneter haruslah mencapai keseimbangan antara mengelola tekanan pembiayaan eksternal dan mendorong pemulihan. Untuk mendorong pemulihan ini, kita dapat meningkatkan prospek ekonomi, mempercepat peluncuran vaksin, dan pembatasan mobilitas yang memadai untuk maju dalam perlombaan melawan infeksi COVID-19. Selain itu, pemulihan juga dapat kita lakukan dengan mempercepat pertumbuhan produktivitas secara menyeluruh dengan mempromosikan persaingan, perdagangan, dan investasi. Mengurangi kehilangan pekerjaan selama pandemi ini dengan mempertahankan program retensi pekerjaan yang memadai sampai pemulihan lebih lanjut, sampai pemulihan yang lebih kuat, serta program bantuan sosial dan pelatihan. Itulah kesimpulan dari teks bahasa Inggris yang telah saya sampaikan tadi. Dan saya akhiri dengan wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.